Yo, y'all been playing? Any of y'all played Destiny?
What's the deal, YouTube? We're back with the weekly the multiplayer podcast. We done found my man Porter Rock. He's been MIA for a little while. You know, it's been hard for the Sony camp for the last few days, last few months. They lost a couple of MPDs. You know what I mean? Shit ain't looking good for him. So, but we got my man Porter Rock. You guys been asking for him. He's back. We are down my man T Sweaty Balls Reaper. Put him in your prayers. He got a testicle infection, but now T Reaper's under the weather. So he couldn't be with us today, but he'd be with us in spirit. He'd be here in true bot form. KMEGA is out there killing goats and stuff. He said he's gonna join as soon as he get in the house. You know, KMEGA work on the farm, and I don't know what the hell's up with B Shadows. Strep throat for sudden. Like, I sent him a message, and I don't know what the hell's going on with B Shadows, but you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. Usual suspects, usual cast here. Just going right into it. Like I said, we get together once a week. And also too, I'm gonna hit with you, couple of you guys after for the show. If you don't know, I have a new series that I'm doing on my channel where I'm gonna start. Well, I've done it before in the past. I just stopped doing them. Well, like I said, I like to interview people within the gaming community. And not just people within the gaming community, subscribers, people within the industry. I got 3 right now. Interviews that I've done that I have yet to upload. I want to put some because it's just audio. I have the audio, and like I said, I want to put some gameplay or something behind it and jazz it up. You guys are gonna really like it. One of them is a surprise. You guys are really gonna like that one. But anyway, enough of that. Getting right into this here. The Aaron Greenberg. I see he posted something on Twitter. Let me go to the article and bring it up. Posted something on Twitter. They were saying that MVP magazines could probably talk about. He's from the UK, but the Xbox One sales are up over 100% in the UK, and it's the number one selling consoles thus far in North America for the month of September. So, like I said, I give credit where credit is due. I didn't think the Xbox One S was going to be that big of a deal. And because I wasn't gonna buy one, I told you guys this, I wasn't gonna buy one. But the fact that with the HDR and the 4K upscaler, I knew it was gonna have a 4K Blu player, but I wasn't counting on Sony not offering a 4K Blu-ray player. And again, that's really helped Microsoft out more than anything. But going forward, I guess I haven't spoken to you in a few shit. The last time I spoke to you was when the PS4 Pro was announced. I haven't spoken to you since then. How do you what's the atmosphere like, I guess, now within the gaming community? Because it's been so one-sided with Sony just dominating. And now when I hear Xbox fans, the Scorpio, we're gonna talk about what Phil Spencer talking about, alluding even before Phil, Albert Pinello, was saying that the Xbox Scorpio, we're gonna have fun talking about it as far as the pricing about it next year around this time. But they're alluding to the fact maybe it's not going to be nothing ridiculous, which I've always said. But what Microsoft won with 2 months in a row as far as the MPD. Do you think it's anything? How should I say this? That Sony has to be cautious of, or maybe it's not a big deal. Been at Microsoft a few months. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? What's your opinion? You know what I mean? They can Sony's going to still be the dominating force they are. Once the Pro comes out, or can Microsoft maybe stage a comeback and gain, I guess, the market share, in the future, like between now and 2017? Like, what are your thoughts?
I think the first mistake is the Slim. I remember when they had the reveal, I said that's probably the biggest disappointment out of that showing. The Slim is actually kind of useless.
Talking about far as Sony.
Yeah, for the far as Sony. Yeah,
okay.
So because the feature that the Slim could have had is price. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they released that $299, knowing that Microsoft has a $299 Xbox One S, which has a lot more stuff to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So and then like 2 months later, you're releasing a more powerful console for only $100 more. So in my opinion, the Slim was just a dumb idea. It was, the only thing that the Slim could have done was been the cheapest console on the market.
Mm-hmm.
But they failed to do that. So They put out $299 Slim. You have Xbox One S's out there $299 now. Some of them they even have it on sale for like $270.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a better value to buy. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about this. It's all about momentum, and Sony let the momentum get in Microsoft's favor. The momentum's in Microsoft's hands right now. You know, they put out a facelift of a console. You know, so it's completely different than what they had before compared to Xbox One. So they did a nice facelift, pushed it out at a great price, and Sony wasn't smart enough to say, "Hey, we're gonna come out with the same console, but it's gonna be much cheaper at $250 or $199." They didn't do that. They thought that people were just gonna go out and buy a PS4.
So you think maybe Sony got cocky again? Or are they getting back cocky how they used to be?
I think they got cocky. Yeah, they did get cocky, or they just playing dumb. To me, what they do with the Slim, it shouldn't even be out. They should have just went with the Pro, and then that's it. Don't even bother with the Slim at this point, because it was just a dumb idea.
Well, I said the Slim, even both Microsoft and Sony, and just to be in their defense, the parts and stuff that they use, they go into these smaller consoles. You're right. No one really asked for a PS4 Slim. Was already slim, but they become cheaper to manufacture, less plastic. You know what I mean? And also they took away the optical support.
So I could see that, but for that, just put the smaller parts and plastic in the same box. Just, because remember, you could release a new, they could upgrade or, not redesign the exterior, but still have the same PS4, just the guts are different. Because no one's going to see the internals. They're just going to see the external box. So they should have never said, oh, we're going to release a Slim. They should have just continued to release the PS4 with the same internal guts. I mean, with whatever guts they got to put. But then when they release a new console, it's the Pro, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to rebrand or give a console facelift like the Slim, there's got to be a purpose behind it. And right now, all they did was just made it $50 cheaper. But that's not enough, especially when you already have a competing console that's the same price. It does upscaling. Even if you don't, even if you don't use those features because you don't have a 4K, let's say 2 years down the line, you might use it. So you might as well buy the console, because you're not paying extra. You're not paying anything extra. You're still paying $299. And if one day, somebody gives you a Christmas gift, hey, we got you a 4K TV, be like, oh shit, I already have the console that can upscale 4K and do HDR gaming. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're paying extra for the Xbox One S. You're paying the same price. It just looks better appealing right now.
Okay. Well, I can say first going back and forth with this, me and you, or not even you, even with crap in them. Like no one fucking listens to the black guy. And I told you guys that Sony's not going to take off $100 off of the PS4 standard or Slim. They don't have an incentive to. It's still selling. You know what I mean? Again, like it's another day. Like it's still selling very well. Shit, even at $300, the number one selling bundle of this generation has been that Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's still in the top of Amazon. As far as weekly sales or whatever the case may be. Like say, they really don't have an incentive to slash it by $100. You know what I mean? Because the console
that would probably be the only saving grace is like the Call of Duty, the new Infinite Warfare bundle.
Oh, which probably is going to sell well.
That's about it.
Yeah, it's going to it's going to sell well, and you're going to have bundles from both companies this holiday season. Right now, you can go get the OG. I was like saying the standard Xbox One. Things like $229 in some places. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but again, so even with the PS4 Pro, like I said, I haven't spoken to you. I want to get your things to this. So now that the dust has settled, how do you feel about the PS4 Pro? Now, I know that like you yourself, you don't have a 4K television, right? And we all have seen the from the peanut gallery, the fanboys, the Xbox and the ponies, saying that people, the Sony fans, not the fans, the console war shit, 1080p over 1080p 60 over 4K 30 any day. Now it's coming out though. Now there I gave you Call of Duty Infinite Warfare runs better on the PS4 than it does on the PS4 Pro. Drops down to 40 frames. So like, what are your thoughts about that?
I think
Call of Duty 60.
I'm sure by the end, when the game comes out, it'll be 1080 60. The developers don't release the games. They try to make sure that's the number one thing for Call of Duty. Is that it runs
the other one?
They might tone down some graphics. What happened?
You remember Advanced Warfighter? For the Call of Duty for the PS4, remember Microsoft went with a dynamic resolution of 1080p, lock 60, and Sony shit was dropping down to 22 frames. It was not this Call of Duty, the one before that one. You know what I mean?
The first one on the
that one, yeah. Not no, talking about,
the first one.
No.
The first, when they released the patch, they had to. The game was running higher than 60 frames, so it was fucking it up. They released a patch to drop it to 60 frames. You're talking about Ghost, or what was it? What was the first one?
Not Advanced Warfighter.
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that it was horrible. You know what I mean?
The one it was made by Sledgehammer.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. You know. But anyway, so far though, the game comes out. Call of Duty comes out November, whatever the hell. October's here, but this week the game's about to go gold. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But just say at launch, and the PS4 standard is able to run Call of Duty better than the PlayStation 4 Pro. Like, what do you think? Like the shitstorm of that, like that's crazy as hell. Like what do you think? Like,
but I think you remember the Pro's pushing more high fidelity graphics than the PlayStation 4. You know, it's not like if they were running the same graphics, then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would get the point. But they're definitely, the 4 is not running what the Pro is running.
No, it's not. But the reason,
I'm saying,
I guess the reason for people overall to upgrading to the PS4 Pro is to have a better performance. Now, graphics, we all love graphics, but frame rates, and again, I'm not trying to, I always say that graphics. I mean, no, I love graphics, but I always say the resolution in frames is not a really big deal to me. But what I'm saying is this: that one of the supposed to be key selling points of the PS4 Pro, and a lot of Sony fans are saying, well, at least we can get a 1080, a lock 60 frames now, and it doesn't seem to be the case because you got Tomb Raider is 1080p 43. And another one, like I said, Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be 1080p 30. Spider-Man 1080p 30. You know what I mean? Like, all these graphics we made again, Watch Dogs 1080p 30. None of these, like, they're not still even a lock 60 frames a second. So, maybe I wish, like I was telling, I forgot who I was talking to the other day. It may have been Rich or Tech, somebody I was talking. It might have been him, if not my. I think it was him. But anyway, what I was saying, I would rather Sony had put in a beefier CPU and a higher memory bandwidth, more RAM, so we can lease and charge $500 for it can be at least a locked 1080p 60. You understand what I'm saying? Because they stay with their same shitty Jaguar core CPU. You know what I mean? And GPU is nice, wonderful. But they still, to me, it's the same situation. They still have that anemic CPU, which is the bottleneck from the standard PlayStation 4. You got this powerful GPU and still a very, very shitty CPU. You know what I mean? Like what I'm basically trying to say, and I know I'm doing a lot of talking. What I'm basically trying to say is, do you think that will be an issue going forward if they're still not able to hit a lock 60 frames on this quote unquote more powerful console? This nigga look like he lost. Look at what? Who? What? Where you been at? Look at poor rock face. He's like, what? What the
fuck? No, you're cutting in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry. I'm cutting it out. Oh shit. Yeah. Do I sound clear now? Do I sound clear?
Yeah, I hear you.
No, okay, good. I'm sorry. I'm looking, talking. He looking all serious and shit. Like he about to shit.
No, I'm just trying to piece together everything you're saying.
Right.
Okay, maybe.
Oh shit! Somebody used the Dragon Balls and revived KMEGA from the dead.
Oh shit!
Hey, KMEGA, we gotta talk to your ass too in a minute. Hold up.
You're gonna get some work.
Yeah, we gotta talk to you, KMEGA. Listen, what I was saying is this. All right, can you hear me now clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, what else to say it again? What I'm saying, do you think it's gonna be an issue, a shitstorm, going forward if? I know this new. I consider it. I know the console just came out and was just about to come out, and maybe developers can get it down pack, finagle with some things. But if they're still not able to achieve a locked 1080p 60 on this more powerful hardware, do you think it's going to be an issue going forward?
Oh yeah, easily. Like right now, the first batch of games, you know, once they get used to the hardware, because again, it's just like any new hardware. You know, you'll have your issues a little bit, but once they get a hang of it, you know. But if they don't, let's say this is continuous, 1080p 30, you know, even at 4.2 teraflops, yeah, it's gonna be a fucking issue. It's gonna be a huge issue. Everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck? What's it gonna take to fucking for a PlayStation platform to get 1080p 60? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if they don't get that
Oh,
shit hashed out, you know what I'm saying? Like the launch game or two, you might have an issue here or there.
okay.
But let's say like a year from now, let's say by next year they don't have that shit fucking done, then yeah, that's gonna be a huge issue. That's gonna be
all right.
That's gonna be fucking big.
All right.
Like,
I don't even reckon that console is going to be relevant next year. There's a huge chance it may not be relevant because who the fuck is this console for? If it's struggling to even do 1080p 60 and it's supposed to be a 4K console, it might actually have a problem, man. Like for real, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking of picking up my Xbox One S today. And real talk, it's MOT season, boy, and I've got some other stuff to buy for the studio, so I might have to skip that PlayStation Pro, man. And I don't give a damn because it doesn't offer anything. So, boy, it is what it is, man. Sony are fucking up, man. Sony are fucking up big time.
But do you guys think that they didn't have enough time to developers didn't have enough time to develop the games to run at 1080 60?
Well, I would say
no, it's not. I don't even reckon it's a case of this. They should just sorry to interrupt you. I just reckon they should just have the headroom. Developers shouldn't have to optimize like their code to run on the PlayStation Pro. They should already have the technical power and the headroom to just run their games at whatever settings they need to be run at. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean,
doesn't make sense.
If you're gonna upgrade, I mean, as a gamer, if I'm gonna drop the extra cash, I want 60 frames off top. Across the board. Like, if I'm getting 40 frames, so you're gonna half-ass me again? You're gonna fuck me again? Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna play the opponent in this one. I'm gonna be opponent in this one. I'm gonna say this. Now again, I'm gonna be true to my roots. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be had that mother when the Scorpio comes out. Yeah, I'm gonna be all on Digital Foundry with my chart and my fucking glasses and point. Look at that, it's more blades of grass over here. So I'm gonna let you right. I'm listening. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I'm gonna let you know what the inner fanboy is gonna come out when the Scorpio's gonna come. For me personally, like I said, I've always said this. I don't really care about, you know, not saying I want my goddamn game to be crawling across the screen in slow mo. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I just like beautiful fucking games. You know what I mean? And with the Scorpio, with the Neo, you are gonna get some nice looking games, beautiful games. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean. But what I'm saying this, you know what I mean, is that this generation, we all know that it's been about resolution and frames per second, and we all know again that it was Sony that made this narrative of get used to hearing 1080p 60 frames a second with Uncharted. You know what I mean? That was Sony, and for them still not to be able to deliver that on their more powerful fucking hardware. And again, and now listen, regardless of the PS4 being new, it's still the same code because they're able to run on the standard PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? Now they have more leeway, more brunt. You know what I mean? Same goddamn code because you don't have to buy separate goddamn games. The same code, same game. So you just now have more overhead and more room to fuck with. It means to really, push and stretch the goddamn game out. But again, I say that to say this. I think, I know. You know what I mean? By Sony, by them being cheap, because we also the report that they wasn't sure of what CPU they were going to put in there, and that they may charge $500. I wish they would have just charged us $500, and put a beefier CPU in there. And they also, like I said, they should have put more RAM. They need more RAM. You know what I mean? And so we could have really got a true, for a 1080p 60, or you know what I mean, or maybe even some native 4K games or games that are graphically demanding. I think they should have did that. And being as popular as the PlayStation brand was, they could have charged $500 and being the only console on the market for a year. You know what I mean? So
mine is the Slim. Mine is the Slim.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
500.
I don't think it's really fair to compare the Slim to the PS4 Pro. You know what I mean? Well, they both are. I mean, I guess with all the fanboys should set aside, the PS4 Pro should be compared to the Scorpio, and the Xbox One S, or should be compared to. Now, I guess what the fucked up part is because the Slim, so the Xbox One S has features that the Pro doesn't have, and the Sony. You know what I'm saying? That's why our people are trying to, compare the two. But the PS4 Pro is a much more powerful goddamn console. By far. But
I mean, if I'm sitting there and I'm playing, I remember I was playing Division a couple months ago, and we're doing a raid, like an instance, maybe 20 enemies on screen, and the game is dropping maybe 5 to 6 frames a second, bro. Bad.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to upgrade my experience by getting a console, I mean, it should be able to improve. You know what I mean? The frame rate just a tad bit, and if it doesn't, man, that's just disappointing, dude. You know what I mean?
Now, next gen, you've got the Xbox One S, right?
Yes, I do. I was
lucky
enough.
That's supposed to be a little bit more powerful. Have you felt any difference in the experience?
It's faster.
It's 11% more. You get 11% more. What I've noticed, to be honest with you, with the Xbox One S, it's faster. Like far as booting up games, I've said that day one. Like and the upscaling, I noticed that. Even though people say, well, my TV upscales to whatever. It's better for the upscaling to be done internally. It's already upscaled to 4K before it hits the TV. It's and the.
Yo, I'm gonna switch over to my PC and LAN cable. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. So to me, it looks better. The interface, everything's shinier. It's faster. But the best thing, honestly, is the HDR. When you're looking at Forza Horizon 3, my God. Gorgeous. So I can't wait to see what Gears of War 4 looks like. I'm serious.
So bearing in mind what you get with the PlayStation 4 Pro, with it not exactly being a fully 4K machine, would you say that the PlayStation Pro is almost comparable to the Xbox One S?
In terms of what? The 4K, they both upscale to 4K
value for a gamer, because we know that
All right. So we talking about far. Okay, well, you can compare them as far as this. They both upscale to 4K, right? They both can do true HDR. All right. As far as that's another story about the standard PS4 and to get true HDR, you need HDMI 2.0. So as far as them both being able to upscale to 4K. Both of them being able to, like I said, which is huge, is the reason why I bought the Xbox One is because of the HDR. You know what I mean? Looks beautiful. Like once you play a game or see a movie in HDR, you're not gonna want it the other way. Like you know what I mean? Like you're not. You're gonna want all your games to have it. But if I will say this, right? Okay, if I didn't have if I only had $400, this real shit right here. If I only had $400. And I had a standard Xbox, you know what I mean? I had a standard Xbox. I don't know. I may get the PlayStation 4 Pro just to have the better graphic. You know what I mean? Games are gonna look better graphically, and I'm all about graphics on my PS4 Pro. You know what I mean? That's just being real. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have a 4K television, I want to be clear. Games are gonna look better. Graphically on your 1080p display. That's like this. If you're playing, I'll explain to you like if you're playing the Xbox 360 and you have a 720p TV and you're playing John Madden football and then you're playing your Xbox One on a 720p TV, games are still going to look better on your Xbox One because it's pushing more stuff, more particles, more shaders. So great, games look better. They're more graphically demanding. I would say you guys all the time. Resolution does not determine graphics at all.
You better be glad that I'm eating right now, next gen, for that crazy ass remark.
No, we got to get on your ass. We got to get on your ass.
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
your ass.
man. I got food in my mouth.
Listen,
you about to get exposed.
Hold up. Hey, you about to get this work?
No, man.
Your name first off, I don't get work from nobody, even not from the great next gen. So let's go.
You about to go? I didn't see the debate.
Your name is Krillin now.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I didn't see the debate. Now,
how can you let Jaybari fuck you up, man?
No, but that's cool. Jabari, that's cool.
Jabari did not cross me up, man. I don't even know what the hell is going on.
Jabari was knocking his head so bad he thought Infamous came out in 2006 and shit.
That's not even true whatsoever.
Whatsoever. I had Little Big Planet for free, Infamous free. Like that shit didn't come out till like 2009. What are you talking about?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
And he did smack you in your jaw and make you.
That's not. I mean, okay. First off, let's get right down to it then. Since this is what you know, I'm saying these ponies got nothing else to talk about, so they want to try to come and clarify, try to justify this bullshit.
No, KMEGA, that's not even the issue. That's
not even what we just bullshit.
No, that's not the issue. Tell me the issue.
When the guy when Fame asked you to sell the Xbox in the end, yeah, you couldn't do it, fam. Jabari had a set list of points which he used to sell the PlayStation. When he asked you to sell the Xbox, you couldn't do it, fam. It was hard to listen to, fam. Because I was rooting for you, it was hard to listen to, fam.
That's fine, man. Look.
It's fucked up, B.
Hey, straight up. Let me make this point. You know what I'm saying? You can call it an excuse. You can say whatever the hell you want to. I came off of a 13-and-a-half-hour day and jumped right into that fucking podcast at work. That's why I was late, because I was like, damn, man. No.
He got the gout.
No, for real. I came right in, right? And so the first thing he would do, that Sylvester was trying to do was fuck with assassinate my character, right? So I'm like, I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't like that part of the debate.
No. Yeah, because that was all
unnecessary. Yeah.
That was all speculation.
What happened?
Okay, check it out. Check it out. No. Okay, let's check it out. All right. So we get into debate. The first thing the Fame asks is like, "Well, Jabari calls you a fraud." I'm like, I was about to say, I don't give a fuck about what that lame wants to call me a fraud. That don't mean shit to me, right? So, but anyway, so I had to answer the question. So he was trying to say, because I don't own a PlayStation 4 and I bought my son a PlayStation 4 and I played some games between him and some homies and shit like that.
Okay.
That I said that my experience with the PlayStation 4, I don't feel like I should have it in my home, right?
What's wrong with that?
Well, he was
nigga, you should have lied. You should have lied, nigga. How could you let Jabari catch you slipping like that? Because the first thing he's gonna say is, how can you talk about something if you don't own it and experience yourself?
Hold on. It was just the point that I made right here. I asked him, and he got stumped on that, and I said, so if I take a bite into a burger, and I got to eat the whole burger to an experience that I don't like that shit. No, that's not. He says no, that's not. That's different. That's not different. If there's something that I don't like, it's the same thing with a person that plays. Like if I got homies that's diehard PlayStation fans, right? So
no, I feel you, yeah, but there's certain points, yeah, where he had you. Because when you was talking about the features of PSN, yeah, you was talking about, like, say if you don't have the machine, you won't exactly know how it evolves. The Xbox One now is totally different than how it was when it came out. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a much better machine now. It's got a lot better apps. And it's the same with the PlayStation 4. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's where he kind of had you on that. I was like, no, because when he was saying stuff like the YouTube streaming and shit, that shit that's dope. That the Xbox One should have.
Saying was YouTube streaming. He said YouTube streaming. It's funny.
Share play.
It's fun.
And share play.
And I said the share play was cool. I said that's the only feature that Xbox fans actually really want from PlayStation. That's it. That's it.
YouTube is dope.
They were asking for community. They was asking for communities as well. That was a big story. I remember on N4G, Xbox fans begging for communities. Do you know what I'm saying, nigga?
Well, we got. I brought that up about the clubs. I said I brought the clubs up. I really don't know what you was listening to because where everybody was when it came down to the facts at the end, he got stumped because the motherfucker said that he DM'd Yoshida himself. And
yeah, so, that's where you had him, because that shit was funny. You made him sound like a raving fucking lunatic there. Jabari, you can have that fucking L, nigga. Then he lied and said that the PlayStation that he was in 6th grade. He bought the fucking PlayStation in 6th grade in 1996 when the PlayStation first came out. And I was like, that's not true. I was in high school when I was working at a pizza joint. I had to earn money to get it. It came out in 95. So anyway, but he kept on trying to. But the whole thing got all these ponies stirred up, right? Is about my whole PSN account.
and that how that's a lie and how that shit is not true.
All right,
and I was kind of like, what the fuck?
All right, let me be the outsider that was listening. All right, the problem was your story didn't match with the stuff you were selling. Okay, the problem was you were saying that you had an issue with your account back in 2006, 2007.
No, I didn't. I said I did not. No, I didn't. I said I got my PSN account in 2006, and I said shortly after. I didn't say right then. I said shortly after. Now that was the word that everybody was just putting because I said shortly after I got hacked, and then everybody, oh, well, you got hacked. Well, everybody knows when we got hacked. But you know what I'm saying? But I didn't
hack. That was 2011. That was like
okay. But I said shortly after. The word that y'all are trying to use is shortly. You know what I'm saying? I said after. I didn't say at 2006.
Okay, but shortly. All right, here's the thing.
My account.
Right? So you mentioned, you said, all right, shortly after, and that Sony gave you free games. But many of the games that you mentioned didn't come out till like 2010. That's like I got
they gave. But see, that's the thing. But that's the thing. That.
10 seconds.
But hold on. But let me finish.
I know. Let me get a quick 10 seconds.
Okay, right. Go ahead.
Shortly after is 4 years later. That's not shortly after. 4 years later is not shortly after.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, the word shortly has been over exaggerated. A motherfucker with common sense would know exactly what I was talking about. We all know when we got hacked when we had a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, we got hacked in 2000.
Hey man, I back up with my man K Love.
No, hold on, let's check it out. Right.
And then when you said that, you
let him. No, I was.
The free games that they gave us, the free games that they gave me. And I'm pretty sure everybody else got those games. You got Infamous Second Son. Yeah. You got Little Big Planet. They give you a free month of PSN.
That is correct.
And then you got 2 games that you could get from that back then backwards compatible thing. You know what I'm saying? So I got Street Fighter 2, and then I got Ridge Racer R-Type 4. Right? So I got those. But you know what? What's so fucked up because they shut my account down because I wanted my money back because I did fraud protection through my bank. Right? So I went and I took legal fucking action. I had an attorney and shit. You know what I'm saying? The attorney told me what to say. I went in there. I told the lady. I talked to a receptionist. Well, not a receptionist, but well, I guess you would call her a reception. Whatever. She was a representative, whatever. And I finally got to talk to a higher up. I called like 3 or 4 times, and I stayed on the phone for like over an hour and a half. And I finally got to talk to the guy. I told him everything that my attorney told him to say, and then he told me that they could work a deal with me. And then he told me those games that they would give me for free for the trouble that I had, but they told me I had to sign off on it on my PS4. And I said, I'm not going to do that until I get my money. You know what I'm saying? They owe me $680 goddamn dollars. They're going to give me my money. So at the end, so they gave me my account. So this is what Jay Centuries and the Don, my boy from the next podcast, they said, okay, you might not have, and I said this in my video, the video that said that you commented on MVP, that I said that I got my account changed, and it was, oh, you can't get your account changed. I kept everything that I had, and I got to change my name to OU Sooner, right? So what Don and what Century is saying, what they did is that they made you change your name, and they closed down your old account, but they transfer all that stuff over. That's most likely what they've done. I'm saying, however the case it may have been, I still got my PSN account. I just had to change my name, and I got my motherfucking money. So I don't know how in the hell that everybody wanted to dwell on that as that I was lying, because that's all speculation. I know what happened in my home and what that situation. So
I told you, nigga. I said, come to my channel. Let me moderate this shit. I told you. No, we're gonna go to the same channel.
No, but the dude did a good job moderating. He did a great job moderating.
Now a lot of people saying he didn't do a great job because he didn't because he was trying.
He did a brilliant job moderating. He did a brilliant job moderating
because he was trying to. Because he was trying to let Jaybari overtalk me, and then I'm kind of like, I'm saying, and I was like, I'm not trying to have that shit.
To be honest,
and I had to
be honest. I feel that in the end, when he asked you that question, he was trying to give you a chance to come back.
No, what I'm saying as far as that, it would have been no personal shit. I don't do the personal shit.
Yeah, the beginning part was the only thing.
Yeah, okay. But what I was.
Wait, hold on. I just want to
talk about the Street Fighter shit.
Hold on.
That's what I was going for.
Hey, Mega, this one right here. For weeks, he Shadow Zaire, jumping on my head, saying PC don't matter. That games going to PC don't matter. If you're a console gamer,
That's it. People are gonna buy a console. It don't matter, right?
Right.
Beating me down. On that podcast, you told Jaybari you were gonna get Street Fighter on PS4, but B Shadows helped you build a PC and you bought it on PC.
Yeah, I was down when he told me.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the problem me buying it on PC? I saved myself because that was when I was going to get a PlayStation 4. I was going to get it with the bundle with Street Fighter 5, right? And so B Shadows was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You got a gaming rig. I said, man, it's not a rig, I just got a PC. You know what I'm saying? That can play some games and shit. So he told me I seen Street Fighter was like $35, $40. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go ahead and buy it on the PC, and then but lo and behold, everybody seen what happened with the with fucking Street Fighter, where it didn't have no story and shit like that. If I bought a PlayStation 4,
yeah, but look at it now, nigga.
So who's winning now? Because I'm not saying who's winning now.
You're not saying you did the wrong thing. In fact, you did the right thing. That is what you did was the very point I've been trying to tell you guys for weeks. If you give gamers a choice, some of them will take that choice because it's their money at the end of the day. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys for weeks, and you were beating me down. The very thing I've been telling you is what you exactly did. You saw better value on just getting the game on something you already own. It made no sense.
But see, this is a different. Okay, but see, what you're trying to dictate it on. What you're trying to dictate it. What you're trying to dictate it on is by from the perspective of Xbox.
No, for any platform. If you
any platform,
they're gonna take it. Doesn't matter if it's PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. If a gamer has a choice to play on a platform he already owns and save him some money, they're gonna take that choice. That's all I've been trying to say. It had nothing to do with Xbox specifically, even though that was the topic at the moment, but it applies to PlayStation. It applies to Nintendo. If gamers could play games on PC, which prevents them from buying a console, just like you did, some of them will take that choice. They're going to be like, fuck it. I'm going to just do it.
But they're not going to, but see, again, what you don't understand is that there are a lot of gamers, especially console gamers, they're not going to go through the headache of dealing with the PC like they will. But hold on, you had your point. You had your turn. Calm down, Barney.
Don't make my point as I'm saying 100%.
But you're not. But your point. Okay, but see, you didn't clarify it like that.
I did say so.
No, you was talking. This was primarily talking about Xbox and about what was going on with Xbox games going to PC. And I said, and I even made videos saying this shit.
Hey, Porter Rock, we're trying to defuse my man, Porter Rock. Fuck you, Porter Rock. Trying to defuse my man.
Look at this.
Fuck that. Take that.
No, T.
My point.
But your point's not proven. I just
said
how is it?
Because you had a choice to buy a game that was on console, but you decided to buy on PC because you had the choice to. That's all I've been saying, and you did it.
But people are not going to be as old.
Hey, KMEGA, fuck all that. Me and my man KMEGA, we going in the train. We about to hit the dojo.
Oh my god.
KMEGA, we going into the motherfucking training. Fuck all that, man.
My thing is,
you're a fucking
2 weeks, a month, maybe 2 months. This nigga wanted Jabari's ass, bro, and you didn't deliver. Man. We have to defeat Jabari, man. Man.
If you thought Jabari won that debate, man, I don't know what to tell you because he was killing himself.
Hey, KMEGA, you know you're my motherfucking brother from another mother.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck we going on half the time on YouTube.
Right.
Reaper was crying. He said, man, I'm trying to confuse him. I said, what? What the fuck? Calm down, T. Reaper. This was fun. It's for entertainment. Man, T. Reaper took that shit to heart.
Oh my god. Hey, I'm gonna ask you next, Jen. Listen to the motherfucker yourself. Listen to it yourself. Listen to yourself. It's on fame.
But no, I told you to listen. I told you.
I mean,
but listen, I know what it is. Jabari's a fucking weasel. I've been fighting I've been fighting for years, yo.
He's a little slime ball, man. But the dude,
you know what it is?
He's been living. Look. I haven't said anything else about the fucking debate because it's not important to me, right? It's not important to me. But let me say this. This germ, he keeps on constantly trying to throw jabs. And why? If you feel like you won this debate, right? If you feel that you wanted this debate, why do you got to point it out to everybody that you won? That's the shit that cracks me up. Like, why do you keep on trying?
You know why? It's for the council war.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I bruised his ego. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how everybody said, it got like 1,000 views over a fucking debate between, personally, as he called me, a nobody, and this dude is supposed to be Mr. PlayStation.
Listen, let me tell you this.
He got his ego abused. He got his ego abused, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. Right here. What I've learned about Jaybari since in 2013, when I first made the group Bang Bang, right? Of course, I you know the rules of Bang Bang. I just went on Xbox dudes. I went to everybody, ain't too many Nintendo guys, but just to have fun with this console, as long as they stay respectful, whatever. But so at first, of course, it was only a few Xbox guys, and we had our own Skype call, and Jaybari would come in that motherfucker in the lion's den by itself. So that's what I know. So, oh shit, this motherfucker's sharp. But you know what it is, though? What you maybe didn't take into consideration. The same way you feel about the Xbox, and that you right and you think it's the best thing to slice bread. Jaybari feels the same exact way, Tom. So fuck your opinion about, you never deal with, I'm telling you, when I try to get involved in these debates, I can debate a motherfucker about the Atari Jaguar 2600 or whatever the fuck being better than the Xbox score.
I did. I'm gonna know.
But my opinion's in my opinion.
I know, but see, this fool next gen, this fool said that PSN is better than Xbox Live.
That's his opinion. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, I can because Xbox Live got a fucking award. They got an award.
I know that. You know that.
PSN don't have no fucking awards.
I know that, but you know that.
But there's opinions are when you went like, okay, I say PlayStation's better, you say Xbox is better, right? That's opinion. But when something's on paper, when it's showing a fucking award, just like when we talk about like with Rise is still one of the best looking games that's ever been made. And it's got an award to back that up. But somebody will say that, oh, well, Bloodborne looks just as good as fucking Rise. We all know that's a damn lie. But it's not an opinion when you got a fact by showing them an award.
Know what you can do with fact? I mean, awards is given out by motherfuckers that, like prime example. People, Denzel Washington got a Grammy for this. And it might have been the best movie hands fucking down. It's still going on a motherfucker's opinion. Like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. What you deal with facts? You got three heavy hitters. You got Halo, crushes anything on clicking far sales. You got that. You got Forza. You got motherfucking Gears. So if you around that shit right there is the fact. You know what I mean? That, but all that other shit is left up for interpretation.
Well, that's fine, but that's for the people to decide, right? That's cool. But what he was saying was shit like I said, where's the games like Bloody Roar? Well, that's not a PlayStation exclusive. Well, that's the only game that it came on except on Nintendo shit on the GameCube.
No, what he was saying is that's not a Sony first party game.
It doesn't matter. It was an exclusive.
It does matter because you can't say Sony where these games at and they're not the ones responsible to make them.
Yeah, they are responsible because they brought those games to the fold.
No,
they're not. Who brought Bloody Roar to the fold? That's a bullshit ass statement, Barney Rubble. That is fucking right.
Konami owns Bloody Roar. Konami owns Bloody Roar.
Look at it like this.
Konami. That's not their game.
It's like this.
My God.
No, listen. It's like this.
That would be like
this. Check it out.
That would be like me blaming Microsoft. How come I ain't got a Jade Empire 2?
Yeah.
BioWare owns it, and they went to EA. That's not Microsoft's fault. I could bitch about Xbox. Give me my goddamn Jade Empire 2.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
But we do. But that's the problem. We do. That's it. You don't hear like Iron Wolf and them saying. I say it myself. Like, hey, we want we want you know what I'm saying? We were over here anticipating that there would be some kind of crazy announcement at E3, and I made saying that, hey, look, I want KOTOR to come. I want Knights of the Old Republic to come back, because where was it at first? It was on the original Xbox.
But that's not listen. All right, I get your point.
But you see what I'm saying? Oh, see, okay, you get my point. That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's not Microsoft. In fact, if Knights of the Old Republic comes back, it's going to be on PS4 because it's not Microsoft's game. It's going to come out.
Okay, but that's see, no,
that's the point.
Look at what happened with Street Fighter V. Look, if PlayStation had the money to rein in Street Fighter V,
yeah. But you know what though?
They can do the same thing with Bloody Roar.
Check it out. Though. Listen,
look at King of the Fighters. Look at King of the Fighters.
Capcom was already planning to make.
Okay, look at King of the Fighters.
Sony just took what SNK was already making that game.
Listen, I got a perfect analogy.
And one thing, some games Sony has nothing to do with it. King of Fighters is on PlayStation 4.
Hey, Porter Rock, look at it like this. Or KMEGA, look at it like this. Check it out.
They didn't pay for that.
Look, check it out. Look at.
Come on, man.
Look at it like this though. Real shit. I gotta see what he's saying. What he's saying. But even taking a game like Knights of the Republic, BioWare doesn't. Disney owns that licensing for that game. That's Disney's fucking franchise. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know, they own the licensing for Star Wars. Even though that goddamn game, like you may have came out on the Xbox and PC. In all honesty, though, and you know, if you just said Microsoft, give me what's my Project Gotham. Now, yeah, we got an argument. That's their own shit. Microsoft, what the fuck is my top spin? That's their shit. But one another that I've always said, what made Sony so great back then, like those games you named me, like Bloody Roar and all of those, which would be multi-plats today, they were all exclusives back in the PS1 and the PS2. You know what I mean? Ballerina and Toshinden. Sony don't own none of that shit. That shit was made by, but they was the only fucking thing on the market back then. But they don't own them goddamn games. Even fucking what's that shit? Crash Bandicoot. Sony fan, that's Activision shit.
Yeah,
and that shit comes out, most likely it's gonna be a fucking multi-plat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a multi-plat, but see that. But we're talking about like nobody else is going after Bloody Roar, right?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I was bringing up games
Konami
like that, or games like
Konami owns Bloody Roar.
Yeah, but
they barely make Metal Gear Solid now. So
I'll give you a game that I've been hyping.
Forget that.
A lot of PlayStation games has been sitting for the longest. Legend of Dragoon. Now that's
I said Legend of Dragoon. I did say that. Yeah,
that's a Sony IP.
Right.
And a lot of people have been asking about a sequel for that.
To get away to, you know. But you know what? I think it comes down to money.
Or another Siphon Filter. That's another.
I think
that was going to be another game.
That's a Sony game.
But that game right there, Siphon got pushed out by Splinter Cell and by Metal Gear, and so it got kind of pushed out. And Getaway 2 got pushed out, of course, by Grand Theft Auto.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. Instead of making, they're going to make these little quirky ass games, but trying to push out games like Gal Gun and all them little perverted little.
They're not even making them. That's them fucking two fucking man team Japanese.
No, that's a nasty little popular little game or whatever. Carmani, I saw Colin playing it on one of his shows, and I was like, "What the fuck is this whack shit?" And it came out this year in the U.S. in August. Mm-hmm. And so when I brought that up, I was like, "So those type of games that you want to promote, you know what I'm saying?" And of course, you know what I'm saying, he was dodging the questions. And see, that's the thing. Why would they want to support bullshit like that instead of bringing in games that people really wanted to buy the PlayStation? I mean, people like Hip Hop Gamer and shit like that were saying the PlayStation's back. This is the era of the PlayStation 2 is back. And that shit is, no, it's not. It's fucking, it's worse than it's ever been. And that was the point that I was trying to make. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I guess it means as far as back as having market share, not more or less, you know, because I've always said Sony, which to me, in my opinion, this is my opinion, but all these great games that people, and it's the same thing with Nintendo. Like I always said this time, like, you know, I never really cared for Nintendo's exclusive. You know, at the WoW, I didn't like the art style, but some of Nintendo's best games weren't made by Nintendo, like Ring King, Double Dragon, Double Dribble, Tecmo Bowl. Yeah, you know what I mean? And Sony, like I said, back then Nintendo had the stronghold on all that shit over Sega, the original Sega Master System. And then when the Genesis came out, it was more powerful. So what you say, bro? What was I saying?
I don't think I'd like to say this.
Okay.
just to add to your point about the games and stuff like that, it's just like I reckon all this with games and stuff, yeah. All our opinions are subjective and stuff. As in, we can all have our opinions, but at the end of the day, the results speak. Like as we said before, Gears, Forza, they're big, heavy hitters. But when we look at the results, yeah, they're not selling the Xbox One. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think no exclusives are selling consoles anymore. It's multiplats that
well,
they got to their numbers.
Multiplats are on both consoles, so I don't reckon there's an issue. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's only one place where you can play Call of Duty, Battlefield, Uncharted, Street Fighter, fucking Resident Evil.
I'll say this.
Listen, take this. Well, let me say this one thing. Take that same angle, what you just said, MVP Magazine. Only one place you can play Call of Duty, Battlefield, Street Fighter, and Uncharted. There's only one place you can play Call of Duty, Battlefield, Titanfall, Titanfall, some Gears of War, and Halo, and Forza Horizon. So again, exclusives. Again, that's more subjective than anything. It's more subjective than anything. But when I say again, I don't think.
I would say one of the biggest things is momentum. Because let's take last year real quick. So last year, Xbox had what they were saying the greatest lineups of games in Xbox history. They had Gears Ultimate, Halo 5, Tomb Raider, Forza, all that shit. Yet somehow PlayStation 4 outsold the Xbox One in November, December. The biggest. Without no exclusives. It had none.
Multiplayer.
Yeah,
the multiplayer. Now, a lot of people wondering how the hell did PlayStation 4 outsell the Xbox? Even though there's multiplayer, but also momentum. Remember, because and you even said it yourself, Zaire, during the early months of 2015. Pretty much most of all of 2015 was PlayStation 4, Batman bundle, Star Wars deal. While Microsoft wasn't saying shit.
Yeah. Well, people are trying to have PlayStation fatigue right now.
Month after month, you kept hearing PlayStation. So people are like in March, April, May, June, I'm gonna get a PlayStation this holiday. Because that's all you heard month after month. Even something as simple as the Batman bundle, PlayStation. It was just word of mouth. That's all you heard.
A Porter Rock even one better. Not even so much word of mouth. I remember like clear as day on fucking BGST, and I remember crap and mooching them be like, well, somebody doesn't have nothing. I said no, you got. They have a fuck. I was telling them about this fucking Batman bundle. I said with a bundle like that, right? Well, that you have people that are not even gamers that are comic book fans that will go out just to buy that goddamn console to put on their fucking. Their living room table just for a fucking decoration, and the same thing with the goddamn Star Wars bundle.
You know how many Star Wars fanboys went out?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what won them last holiday season was that goddamn Star Wars bundle and that goddamn Call of Duty bundle. That's why I told you. People look at me when I say this, and I say multi-plat rule. I don't give a fuck what exclusives. Maybe exclusive may come out. It's going to chart that first month, right? If you're lucky, the second month. Now we're just I'm going to take it away from Xbox. I'm going to say. I'm going to save Sony and the Sony family to scream and die that Uncharted is you guys' Halo, right? The greatest is goddamn you say Uncharted is it charted for that first month and you didn't see it back in again for the MPD top 10 again until you don't see it anymore. You know what I mean? Someone talks about it online. Who the fuck is going online?
Don't line up.
It did 2 months.
It's not in the day of exclusive anymore. It's all about these AAA big block multiplats. And again for
it's all about what system can play the multiplayer.
It's advertisement, bundles, deals, DLC.
While Microsoft was spending on exclusives, Sony was spending on third-party deals as far as multiplats. You understand what I'm saying? So they were basically Sony took a page out of the Don Matrick playbook, and we're gonna get these multiplats. That's why it's gonna be very interesting going forward because now you're taking away Sony's ace they had the ace out the deck that they've had this whole generation. They had the quote unquote perceived to have the better version of the multiplat, whether it being a 1080p native. You understand what I'm saying, or so now the Scorpio is going to have that. So I want to see now going forward, what is Sony going to do? I hope that they would double down or whatever the case on their own, IPs, because next year,
I'm gonna tell you.
you got baseball maybe, and you got also you got Gran Turismo. I'm questioning gonna come out next year. You got Horizon Zero Dawn, and you got Persona 5. That's it, right?
And Neo. That comes out in February.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just gonna be
Persona 5 ain't coming out until next year though.
No,
yeah, I said next year.
Oh yeah. So I mean, you got Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, and
Persona 5 is a very niche game, but it's their exclusive.
I think Sony is gonna double down on third party, and that's like what they're gonna try to do.
They've been doubling down on third party.
They're gonna try to make sure they're gonna try to keep, let's say, like Mass Effect. They're gonna try to push a Mass Effect Pro bundle custom console. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna try to do.
They've been doing that though.
I know that, that's what they're gonna keep doing, and they're gonna make sure they're gonna try to get all the.
But it's not gonna work. Look. When you okay, let me make this point. Okay, I know everybody's seen that report where PlayStation said so they were surprisingly pleased that they got they got a little hype or whatever over the PlayStation Pro. You are the console leader. There should be no question that you should sell that PlayStation Pro. That tells you one or two things, guys. One is that they don't have confidence in their own fucking product, or two, they just trying to wing it because they don't know what the fuck to do when it comes to what this Scorpio is going to be like. They have no clue. It's one of the two reasons, if not both.
I don't like that at all.
This is not the first time Sony's going to compete with a more powerful console. In fact, if anything, that's all they know. PlayStation.
What are you talking about? That the original Xbox was more powerful than the PlayStation 2. The GameCube was more powerful than the GameCube was more powerful than the PlayStation 2.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The Dreamcast was more powerful than the PlayStation 2.
Hey, Mega, listen to me. That's what I'm trying to say. PlayStation has been the weaker console. Sony's used.
That was just one time.
This is really the only time.
Remember, Xbox, the original Xbox.
Nigga, did you just say the Dream? Wait a minute. Did you just say the Dreamcast was more powerful than the PlayStation 2?
No,
I love this guy.
No. You know what? That's a kind of a bad analogy because the PS2 they had, and again, but you got to be honest here. Yes, the PS2 was, it wasn't as powerful as the GameCube and the Xbox, but it came out before the GameCube and the Xbox.
Right. So,
and it also had they had more support for the console before.
Yeah, because the original Xbox didn't.
The Metal Gear, all that shit was exclusive to the PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
if it did come to the Xbox and stuff, it was a year and a half later. So that's it wasn't the fact. The people like to say that. It doesn't. How should you say? Not always the most powerful console wins. No, there was a lot of other things that made the PS2 win, and it was a DVD player. Like this shit had a lot of shit going for it. Going forward. But what I'm saying, as far as we're not going to have the better version of the multiplayer, because that's what Sony's been riding on this generation. Not just the deals, the whole 1080p. And now what I'm saying is now you're not going to have the native, because that's you got to realize that's been the narrative. This whole generation, 1080p. Now, resolution. Now we're gonna have 4K native. Now, I'll play this. But whatever the relations are gonna be, games are gonna run and look better on the Xbox Scorpio compared to the PlayStation 4. That's what I'm saying. Well, you're taking away their ace up their sleeve. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And we don't know yet, but according to Microsoft, they said there's gonna be a noticeably difference in the way the games look and run on both consoles. You know what I mean? Not talking about some digital foundry shit. You got to line the scene up. They talking about noticeably look better. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder what Sony's going to do then.
All you got to do, all I got to do is me playing it, because I wish B Shadows was here for this one. But all I can say for this, from my standpoint, and well, hell, from everybody's standpoint, if you look at the difference between a game that's on the consoles this generation and a game that's on the PC, if you have the right you have the right stuff in your PC to make it push. It is crazy. It's a crazy difference. And for the older games, like I was playing what was that game I was just playing? Shit, I can't think of the name of the game I was just playing just the other day on my PC. And it was Lost Planet. and it had the DirectX 12, the DirectX 11 on it, not 12, DirectX 11, and that shit, the fur on that dude's jacket was so detailed, was absolutely sick. So I can't wait to see what true DirectX 12 look like on some capable hardware, man. Because I mean, that shit is real, man. That is a huge difference. If you see Lost Odyssey compared to anything Lost Planet from this game, from off the PC to anything else, it's not even a comparison, man. So it will be. So when those backwards compatible games come on the Scorpio, they'll see a huge difference in quality and how they are rendered. It's crazy.
That's a good question.
Yeah, but I think Sony will be okay.
No.
I think Sony will be okay when the Scorpio comes out and stuff like that. When God of War comes out, when Gran Turismo and that comes out and stuff like that, I reckon those games are going to make a big difference and stuff. Unless the Scorpio...
You think so? No, here's the thing. Again, bro, and I understand what you're saying. I'm a God of War fan, okay? God of War, honestly, I love it to death. It's not a big title. The last one sold like dog shit. You know what I mean?
So the same thing happened with Gears of War.
To me, it's still going to all boil down to the multiplats.
But then you got to think about it too. Gears of War has a following behind it.
Even though Microsoft may have 3 or 4 exclusives, they're bigger than Sony's exclusives. I mean, whether you like them or love them, they dog shit.
What? It is.
What? Which one? In terms of what?
It is.
Gears of War and Halo are big franchises.
Yeah.
They are. That's not. I mean, listen,
Halo has not.
I think Gears of War and Uncharted. I would say
Uncharted's not a billion.
No, I would say Gears of War and Uncharted are similar, are comparable.
But even Gears of War is bigger than Uncharted.
No.
Would you like to make a bet this year that Gears of War would outsell Uncharted? Gears of War 4?
Okay.
That's a better game. We go bet $20. Who will $20?
I'll take that, but I would take that bet. I would take that.
You'll take it? You tripping.
So in other words,
you got to think about it. Uncharted has no. After you beat the game, I mean, it's done. People traded in right away. I mean,
I'm telling you.
He's over here listening to Jaybari because Jaybari said that same stupid shit like the Uncharted.
They try to argue me down. What's my man? Eric Puritan and Bang Bang.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Uncharted was going to outsell Halo 5. I said, you fucking a game like Halo 5 has legs because of the deep multiplayer thing. But you're not saying you don't have multiplayer on Uncharted, but you understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers play Halo for big bread. You know what I mean? That's like one of these.
First week will be as high as Uncharted's first week. I don't reckon Gears first week.
Are you serious?
Man, Gears of War got a chance to beat Halo.
I'm thinking Gears to beat Halo.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Gears to beat
Halo and spin it and tell us the dollar amount instead of telling the actual sale.
What doesn't make a difference? It's all about the money.
It's all about the money.
But we can't compare.
Yes, you know why you can compare? Yes, you can compare. You know why?
And I with money versus sales.
Listen, know why you could compare? Because Uncharted had Uncharted had fucking bundles. Uncharted had headsets. Uncharted had controllers.
Yeah,
the same thing as Halo.
Sony didn't release dollar figures. They didn't say we sold
because they didn't outsell Halo. There was a reason why Sony didn't bring out those numbers.
They don't do that to anything, though. They don't do that to anything.
I'll play this then. Uncharted.
Investors don't care about that. Investors don't care about that. Investors don't care about that. They care about the unit sales, fam.
What? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
They care about the money.
The money is that what moving.
Exactly,
that's the same thing that she was talking about.
They get that money back
on
the investment.
Here's the thing. It's simple. Sony, when they release a game, they talk about game sales. They don't talk about how much money they made off it. They just don't. If you want to say because they're scared, fine, they're scared. Whatever reason you want to say, they just don't do it.
Wait, let's say this.
First week sales. This is how much.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you guys a question?
The only time they talk about money is during their quarterly.
Listen, let me ask you a question.
They don't even
no, listen. First of all, Sony funny with the numbers. If you guys are history, like you remember, Sony got sued for lying about the PSP numbers, adding them just with the PS2 numbers. But anyway, it's neither here or there. are you guys insinuating or leading to the fact that you think Uncharted 4 outsold Halo 5 unit for unit?
It probably could have.
Nobody said that.
Here's the thing, and just hear me out. All right. When Microsoft announced Halo 5 sales, they said it sold 5 million in 3 months. That's 5 million in 90 days.
Okay.
All right. Uncharted sold 2.7, a little bit more than half that in just 7 days.
Okay.
So
okay. Not a problem. Not a problem.
So unless Uncharted did a dead halt of sales.
Not a problem. Listen, how many months did you see Uncharted in the NPD?
2.
Okay. Now, if they told you 90 days, okay, whatever. Yeah, do it for yourself. Okay, so you said 90 days, 5 million. My point. You just said 90 days, 3 months. You said 2 months, 2 more million. Listen, you should, come on.
Hit that ball again.
Listen to the number.
Hit that ball on his ass.
You just proved my point. You just proved my point.
Well, Halo only sold NPD for.
Hey, Puerto Rico, listen what you just said. Microsoft announced 5 million in 90 days, 3 months, right?
Yes.
And how many did you say in 2 months for what?
No, I didn't say 2 months. I said 7 days. Uncharted sold 2.7 million 7 days. 7 days.
No. So what you saying? Listen, Uncharted didn't sell 5 million copies, but Halo is way past 5 million.
Sony stopped after the first week sale.
They stopped.
They stopped talking about it. Listen, see, you guys be fanboys.
They stopped announcing the sales.
I'm done, man. They ain't about to do this to me, bro. They ain't about to do this to me.
Let's not even talk about fucking games because you guys are just being fanboys over there. Product A sold 5 million in 90 days. Product B,
and the game dropped like a fucking rock.
How do you know that?
Because it's not on any MPD. What nobody's talking about it. It would still be out there. You would still see fools running around throwing that shit out there, and nobody's throwing out nothing. It has been so quiet when it comes to that. Everybody else is just, come on, Puerto Rock. Come on, Barney.
That's
bro.
not,
Don't do this.
You need to be really humble, especially when games like Rico are coming out. Yeah, the same thing is happening to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Be more humble, bro. Be more humble.
I mean, just because the PlayStation fans ain't trying to sell games, like if it's their job, you know.
They'd rather Netflix and chill and watch Hulu, man. They don't have that. That's what they want to do.
I don't say what we'll do. You guys were the ones hyping TV. And I could watch fucking,
how you want to?
Don't come
watch it.
Y'all brought that shit into the game.
It's a fact. It's out there. It's an article. Anybody can look it up, man. That PlayStation, the PlayStation gamers watch more television than they play games. It is. I just seen it. I seen it like yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. For you guys that sold 40 million fucking units. The Xbox One,
Netflix and chill, baby.
Yeah. That was in the Guinness Book of World Records. That the PS3 was the #1 device used for Netflix. You
know what? Statistics like that just actually make it worse that the Xbox exclusives don't sell. Because if Xbox gamers are playing so many damn games, why are they buying a freaking exclusive?
Besides, listen, Forza sells, Gears sells.
Well, hold on. Maybe this
Forza didn't get into the top 10 in its debut month.
That shit didn't even chart.
What didn't chart?
At all. They had to give that shit. Well, wait.
That shit came out in September.
What didn't chart?
4 to 6.
It didn't chart at all.
What month?
Listen, 4 to 6 did not chart at MPD.
4 to 6 did not chart.
Because you know why?
More people bought it digital.
They had the deal. They had the deal.
And that's the same thing with Quantum Break. Everybody talks about that 500 and something. Look. Okay. Quantum Break gave you 2 free games.
No. Quantum Break was the 238. The 530 something was Sunset Overdrive.
So far, like the highest.
Sunset Overdrive outsold Street Fighter and fucking. If you're going by the hard copy sales,
no, it isn't.
Yes, it did. If you're going by the hard copy sales, go to VG charts and look at it your damn self. Sunset Overdrive sold 1.1 million, right? And fucking Street Fighter without the digital sales only sold 700,000. 700,000. Remember, they went a whole quarter without selling one game.
Are you sure you want
game?
Are you sure you want these VG charts?
I'm just going by what I seen on VG charts.
Yeah, go, please call him.
Go to VG
It's like
charts.
Jaybari didn't
Go to
put him
VG
back
charts and see.
Hey, man.
Like,
Listen, check it out now.
800,000 copies.
All right, listen, this is what we're gonna do. Right here. Listen, because I'm listening. This is what we're gonna do, man. Me and my man came in. We about to go into the dojo. Hey, Porter Rock, get your shit together. Barney Rubble, get your shit together. You pick a day. My man can't make you go bust your ass.
You in the dojo? Hell, shit.
Hey, don't do it to yourself.
It'll be another pony that I'll bust his ass. I don't care. So let's go.
Hey, yo, she was like, "What this fucking right?
I want to be there to moderate. I want to be there to moderate because this is gonna be bad.
Hey, KMEGA. This is why you can't use VG charts, because according to VG charts, Halo only sold 4.1 million.
Like I said, it doesn't. I said don't count the digital. It doesn't count the digital. Because what y'all throw at people is you don't throw the digital sales.
Okay, so
you don't throw the digital sales.
Halo 5 only sold 1 million in digital. That's not a lot. Then your points really doesn't mean anything. Because Microsoft's saying 5 million, VG charts is saying 4, so that means only 1 million copies of digital sales.
Halo is sold around 7 to 8 million copies.
Oh shit!
You're guessing. There's no actual factual evidence.
Okay. Again, all you gotta do is look at is do the math, John. Do the math.
Look at the players. How many players they got? You can look at the players.
Yeah, do the players.
The math came to 4 million.
They said 5 million, Microsoft. And this was June.
We just did the math. It came to 4 million.
That was when?
This was June. Microsoft announced in June, just a couple of months ago, that Halo sold 5 million after 3 months. Why they did it that way?
After 3 months.
I don't know.
After 3 months.
That shit came out in fucking October
of last year. Yeah. It's almost been. It's going to be a year next year.
Yeah, but they announced that in June. Why come they didn't just say, "Hey, lifetime at this point is X amount"? Why did they mention 3 months in June? They could have just said, "As of June, it sold this amount." So when they made that announcement, I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. That would be like Sony saying,
they wanted to piss you off, Barney Rubble 77. They wanted to piss you off.
They piss me off. They trying to give y'all hope.
There's no hope. Yes, look, the hope is that y'all thought Uncharted 4 was going to be y'all blockbuster.
Listen,
5 million, 44 million copies out there, and y'all can even break team. Y'all can even get to team.
It is a blockbuster.
Ridiculous.
Highest rated exclusive. So 2.7. That game is dope. It did what they had.
Yeah, that's a blockbuster fan. That's literally a blockbuster fan.
Yeah.
That's a blockbuster fan. You can't hate on that.
In 1 week?
You can't hate on that.
I'm like that dude in fucking The Wire.
All right, how much? Question. Let me ask everyone a question. How many copies do you reckon Nico is gonna do first month? Let's go.
I don't think. I said maybe 200,000, maybe.
Oh no, I say more than that.
You would say more than that, wouldn't you?
I say about maybe 700,000.
I would say about 500.
I say around 700,000.
I don't think it's gonna try. No, I don't think it's gonna try. I mean, it was $40. I think a game like that gonna have legs, and Microsoft is gonna bundle it in with something. It's gonna have legs.
What could potentially fuck up the sales is the Metacritic score.
Is what?
That's 63. The Metacritic score. That's
you know what I mean.
That's gonna fuck it over. A lot of gamers pay attention to it. A lot of gamers.
But a lot of reviewers is getting put on notice right now, man. I mean, other people's been out there playing Recore, and from all different types of YouTubers, and they're getting the word out that the game is fun. You know, the game is a breath of fresh air. So
it's not bad.
You know,
I don't know. They try to do that shit with Florida 1886, and I was like, I ain't buying your bullshit.
That game was dog shit.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't give a fuck how much you try to sell this shit. This shit is dog.
Yeah, it was. I would say this. It wasn't. It was pretty.
That's all it was.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, the controls.
It was pretty.
It was just, that game.
What game was y'all talking about? I didn't know.
The Order 1886.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox Live.
And believe me, the PlayStation 3 try to push that game hard, like showing pictures, shit like that.
Yeah, it was pretty. I mean, it was their rise. You know what I mean? Again, yeah, I take it like I try to be as fair, like, you know, without the fanboy shit. like Xbox fans don't look at it as Rise being that bad. Most Sony fans don't look at it as the Order 1886. You seen hip hop talking about racism.
Yeah.
And he lost his goddamn mind.
That was uncalled for.
He said that was uncalled for.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was just dumb, man. Why would you even?
Yo, I don't know why that game was garbage. I'm a Sony dude, but goddamn, that shit was terrible.
Yo, I got somebody in the
I rented it. I didn't buy it. I rented it. I had it on GameFly. I said,
KMEGA, why didn't you say that Xbox Live is better than PSN because of the variety of games, man? Do you know what? I just downloaded Nights on the Xbox Live. PSN ain't got that shit.
I did bring up backwards compatible games. I brought the backwards.
Nah. Just Xbox. If you go to browser games, bro, there's a shitload of indies, bro. Like dope ass indies.
I know. I did bring up and said that the backwards. I mean, damn.
No, he's not the same indies
to it again because I brought up backwards compatible games compared to PS
not
now.
backwards compatible, bro. I'm just talking about regular ass indies and AA games. You know
I will say this. Xbox may have a lot, but fucking PlayStation has a shitload. I'm like,
most of them,
but that's just trash.
AA games. Yeah. Because I see that shit on my friends list. I'm like, yo, what the fuck game are you playing?
Right, they have a lot. Like I know Darkest Dungeon just came out for the PS4, which is a PC. It was on PC for months. And then I've been playing Party Hard on Xbox.
Oh, I see. What's all coming to PC? What's your thoughts on that? Yakizuki 5, what you call that shit, Sega mate? That shit going to PC. Shit going to Steam.
Oh, Yakuza?
Yeah, that shit going to Steam.
What's going to PC?
Yep. Somebody showed me that shit the other day.
Yeah, God Eater 2 is on PC too. I was thinking about getting it, but that shit's dog shit. I seen the damn
don't matter.
The graphics of the shit.
Why are you hating for me?
Because I was thinking about getting it, and then I looked at it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
What game?
God Eater 2.
It was like, yeah.
I heard it's like a fake ass Monster Hunter. You know what I mean?
It is, but it's a Vita port, so like the graphics look horrible. Even on PC, they don't look all that great. So.
Well, it's a port from the Vita, isn't it?
Well, it was on the PlayStation 4 too.
What?
So
God Eater 2
ported it from the Vita to the 4, and then it's on the PC. So.
Hey, but we need to talk about this real quick. Games will go next month. We're getting Escapist. Damn, what PlayStation getting, bro? I wonder.
PlayStation got some good games. They got
Resident Evil
coming out this month.
What's Resident Evil? Which one?
The first one.
Remake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
I gotta download that shit.
And then they got another game.
Huh?
What Xbox getting?
Not much.
We're getting Escapist, bro. That game won so many awards, man. Trash? Are you crazy? That's like one of them. Dude, that game streams so much on Twitch right now. Oh my god. That game, basically, the Escapist is basically a game where you're trying to escape prison, bro. It's been highly rated, great reviews, bro. Like you're talking about 8s and 9s all over everywhere.
They broke that streak that was on, man. They had the fire streak where they was giving away. Like,
PlayStation's getting the Resident Evil PS4 remake.
Okay, is that co-op?
I don't know. No, I don't think it is. The PS4, the first one, the remake.
Yeah, Resident Evil, the first one.
Did it again?
Well, I have a question. I have a question. I have a question. Have any of you guys played that Resident Evil?
The demo?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Resident Evil.
I played on GameCube.
I'm talking about the one. That's the remake. This on the HD. This on the Xbox One and the PS4, right?
Resident Evil 7.
No. I'm talking about the one that Sony's giving you for free for PlayStation Plus.
Oh, Resident Evil remake.
Yeah, have you guys ever played that?
I played it on GameCube.
Yeah, I played it before.
No, I'm talking about the remake.
No, I haven't played it. I'm about to because it's free. I'll let you know.
But here's my thing. I want to know, does it still have that blocky moving? You know, like
it's third person. But it's new.
It's the asymmetrical view, bro.
No. I'm not talking about the view. I mean, whatever engine they use for the first 1 and 2, like, prime example, Resident Evil 4 was free roam. You could walk around freely.
You're talking about third person? No, bro.
You talk about person. No. I'm not talking about the person. I'm talking about the way the character moves, like he was in a square. Like he be running sideways and shit. It's the same thing.
Bro, that's an asymmetrical view. That means it's caddy corner in the corner. Yeah, you watch your character move around. Yeah.
No,
like, it's not gonna be like
bigger than that.
It's not gonna be like Gears, bro. No, it's
not
gonna be like Gears.
I'm talking about you move around freely, like on Resident Evil 4. It's like when you play. It's like
no,
they're gonna move around like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no.
Oh my God, fuck that. They played this.
So they think like the
painful.
graphics is gonna be better, the animations is smoother,
Yeah.
like that. So it's gonna be a smoother. The game.
Put it this way: next gen is just like Metal Gear Solid, bro. Same thing. Back in the day, that's how it is.
Let's check this out. But okay, but anyway, listen. I'm sure you got something else you want to say? We about to get. It's going on 9:30.
Nah, hey, I was gonna say, Porter, what was the other game? I didn't get to hear what you said.
Oh, Transformers Devastation.
Oh,
yeah, that was the other game. Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
game. Yeah.
Damn, PlayStation, they must have got a lot of hate mail, bro.
They're trying to give people games for the holidays, man. I'm telling you, December's gonna be hot too for them.
It's nothing like a good ass kicking to get your ass back in fucking shape.
That's good, man. I mean, I love the competition. It makes motherfuckers work.
So those games are still not theirs if your PSN goes out, is it?
Yeah, but fucking Xbox did the same thing. They made that announcement. So like all your Xbox One games for Gold, if you don't be up on Gold, you can't play them no more.
That's not true.
Yes.
That is true.
They did the stuff. Go ahead and let the Xbox 360 games you can still
get it.
But Xbox One games, you will not be able to play them if you lapse your Xbox Gold subscription. What the? People on Twitter already fucking putting that.
When did that announcement come out?
They know that's the thing. It's a stealth fucking update. They were like Microsoft pulling up. Yeah.
But when did it come out?
Fucking so I already had a Twitter user that.
But Porter, it don't make no difference because on PSN, if you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. The same thing.
I mean, no. What I'm saying is like when you renew your gold, you get
you get it back. Anyway. You get it back. Yeah. You'll get it back. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Just as long as you have your account active, you get to play it. But let's say if you stop paying for the subscription, you won't be able to play games no more until you resign. Until you re-up.
Yeah. So yeah, you still keep your stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, you keep it. You just won't be able to access it until you re-up.
We got a big ass wall. Get my money, nigga.
Shit. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for rocking out with us. Very entertaining show. KMEGA and Puerto Rock go back and forth. That was some funny shit, man.
So we gotta have MVP versus
KMEGA. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. What you work on the weekends, KMEGA?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Mostly I don't, but yeah, man. I mean,
we gotta sit up a day. We about to put KMEGA in the dojo. People bust all your ass. I'm gonna bust your ass. Then I'm gonna bust your ass.
You gotta do the
motherfucker, rush hour 2. What's my man named Don Cheetah? I'm gonna bust your ass. I'm gonna bust your ass. What it is? Black man with a Chinese store. Crenshaw. Oh, that shit was funny as hell. But listen, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as always, for rocking out with us. You get it all here on this channel here, man. Please go by and support these guys. They putting out great content, man. And thank you guys as always for rocking out. And I'm just sorry about the weirdo I was in the chat section. I had to make some more moderators.
What did they say?
Motherfucker was talking about I was a pedophile, some other shit that I slipped his grandmother my Yeah, I just seen that. I was sitting laughing and looking at the screen. I wasn't even in the comment section. But thank you guys, man. We out of here. We didn't talk about that $399 Xbox Scorpio, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna be back.
We gotta talk about it next week.
Yeah, we be back.
That shit would be dope.
Yeah, we back.